Frank, how about this matchup we have here tonight? Two teams that really like to shoot the three.
It's going to be a shootout, Kevin. Something we see more and more of in today's NBA. I think whichever team makes more threes wins this one.
A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Johnson and Okongwu man the post position. Cohen is out there with Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And it's Daniels in at the small forward position. Brunson, good.
One of Brunson's best amongst his many weapons, that mid-range jab.
Alexander-Walker passes to McCollum. Johnson with a screen on Brunson. It's tipped. And the basket by Johnson.
Going in there, and Johnson playing big.
And so Anunoby will bring it up for the Knicks. Pass to Brunson. Nifty move. Okongwu grabs the board. To the paint. Here's Johnson. Banked in off the glass.
Oh, strong finish there from Johnson. Didn't let the contact throw him off.
Brunson surveying the D. Here's the teardrop, and the layup is up and in.
And it's all about the release when you shoot the floater.
Brunson against McCollum. Shakes him. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. In GA, the Hawks going young, trying to build a sustainable model for success.
Yeah, most of their starters not yet scratching their prime, so there's going to be some growing pains, but they're showing plenty of promise.
Throw good, McCollum. And this has got to be, Clark, one of the best offenses in Knicks franchise history.
Yeah, you look at the two-man game between Brunson and Town, Kevin, and it's virtually unstoppable. And they've got the defenders to hold up at the other end as well. This is a rock-solid crew.
He's perfect from the line this time.
Your classic combo guard. C.J. McCollum can play off the ball as a shooting guard, but also can run the point at times. A valuable piece for this team.
The Hawks have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Alexander-Walker passes to Johnson. Here is Daniels. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. Brunson against McCollum. Brunson kicks to Hart. Lets it go from deep. Atlanta with the rebound. Their last encounter was in Atlanta.
Well, they were on the wrong side of a very close matchup last time they met. But what a great game.
And in that game you mentioned, it was a great game. The reserves played a huge role.
And the Knicks with possession here. After the basket by Atlanta. Here's Okongwu. And the rejection by Town. Down low. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. The second-round pick back in 2018. Stardom wasn't expected for Jalen Brunson, but he's always been a winner.
You look at his physical attributes, nothing jumps out at you, but it's all between the ears with him. The skill, the footwork, the vision, that's what makes him elite.
First one falls for him. And GA, you started your career with the Knicks. What memories do you have from your time in New York?
Well, after winning a championship in college, it was great to play for a team in the NBA that had similar aspirations. So many great veterans to learn from and a Hall of Fame coach.
And both free throws good for Brunson.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Pass to Alexander-Walker. And here is Okongwu. A three-pointer off the mark. Hart outside to the middle. Here's Anunoby. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
You've got to do way more than that to throw OG off. I mean, he relishes working against contact.
Okongwu, the pass to McCollum. Five to shoot. The Hawks again can't hit. And it's Towns with the ball. He'll bring it up for the New York Knicks. Anunoby trying to break free. Bridges misses.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Now here's McCollum. Scoring-wise, he's definitely making his mark right now. He's averaging about 19 points a game. Knocked loose. Stolen by McCollum. For the finish. And McCollum with the slam.
And credit the hustle from McCollum there. When he sees a chance to capitalize in transition, he attacks.
Anunoby with the screen for Brunson. Anunoby outside. Trying to find Towns. Gets it to him. 5 on the clock. Johnson with the rebound. Johnson's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Alexander Walker. Defended by Bridges. Okongwu with a screen on Bridges. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Putting in the effort to get a second chance look. Nice.
Brunson against McCollum. Stolen by McCollum. Pass to Alexander Walker. There's the lob to the hoop. And Okongwu slams it in.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there.
Well, I tell you what, guys, this is really getting close to being real ugly.
And so Mike Brown calls a timeout. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. Held it setting up their teammates this month. The 2K leaderboard shows us the recent assist leaders. The 4th spot held by Jalen Brunson.
Really been in sync with his teammates over that period. I mean, his passing has been phenomenal.
Knicks trail by 6. To the inside. It's tipped. McCollum with the ball. Pass to Johnson. Now Okongwu. Johnson sends the screen for Okongwu. McCollum no good.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
Now here's Brunson. Makes it off the glass. Brunson's got 8.
You cannot shoot the ball much better than he is right now.
Pass to Okongwu. Here's McCollum. The 3-pointers off the mark.
They are winning despite his efforts. He's been off all night.
Brunson outside. With some arc. And it's Daniels with the rebound.
I thought he had that one. I think he did too.
McCollum outside. And Hart with a clear path to the hoop. And Hart throws it down.
Way too easy for Hart. This is why the defense has to push him out of the paint.
Here's Alexander Walker, defended by Bridges. Towns with the defensive effort.
Not a lot you can say except fantastic job by the defense.
Can't tie it up as that one misses. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for Atlanta. Here's Alexander Walker. And he can certainly fill it up when they need him to. He's averaging almost 21 points a game. Lock at 6. McCollum, no good.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
To me, it appears he's starting to lose his composure a little bit. We'll see if he can regroup and get back into a better rhythm.
Now here's Towns. He has yet to score. Towns sets the pick for Brunson. And trying for the go-ahead basket, it doesn't go in. The Hawks leading. Johnson kicks to Daniels. Back to Johnson. Stolen by Brunson. Towns finds Brunson. Now here's Towns. He's guarded by McCollum. And Towns throws it down.
Boy, look at the big fella elevating when Towns goes to the rim. He's doing it on and with purpose.
Now let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, this Knicks team has grit. Jalen Brunson said, quote, "No matter what the situation is, we are going to attack it. No matter who's in front of us, we are going to grind." Guys, back to you.
No quit. All right, Allie, we thank you very much. So for the Knicks, Robinson's checked in for Towns. Clarkson comes in for Josh Hart. And it's Jose Alvarado in for Jalen Brunson. Now Vincent. Pass to Rizachet. Five to shoot. And here is Kuminga. Here's Vincent. The Hawks again can't hit. Now here's Bridges, guarded by Rizachet. And the shot no good, a bit short.
Got a decent look at it, but sometimes the shot just doesn't go down.
Talking about Gabe Vincent, Clark, he's had some clutch moments in his career.
Yeah, even though he's primarily a role player, you like what he brings to the table. He's a guy that's capable of making big shots and not afraid to take them.
Alvarado passes to Robinson. Clarkson for three. The kick out to Anunoby. Pass to Alvarado. They get the rebound. New York moving it around. Robinson sets a screen for Bridges. And it's Robinson with the jam.
Robinson knows his strength and great value is on the offensive glass. Got himself a hoop that time, too.
Now Landale. Bounce pass from Rizachet. Landale misses. And the Knicks with possession. Good momentum, 8 straight points. Here's Alvarado. Defended by Vincent. Anunoby kicks to Clarkson. From deep three-point land, it's rebounded by Kuminga.
And maybe he thinks he has that type of range, but I'm not sure who'd agree with him.
Yeah, you know what? Sometimes guys have the green light to take that shot, but I don't think he's one of them.
Now here's Kuminga. Scoreless thus far. Here's Vincent. And Anunoby sends it back.
What a big-time denial by Anunoby. OG came flying in to erase that chance.
Here's Alvarado. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's his first trip to the line.
76% at the stripe for him thus far this season.
Guys, he's slightly fallen off his pace from a year ago at the line, and those points from the stripe have been a little harder to come by.
Free throw good, Alvarado. Towns, he's checked in for the Knicks. Landry Shamet comes in for Mikal Bridges. And a switch here also for Atlanta. C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Gabe Vincent. Both free throws good from Alvarado. They play the clock right, they can go 2 for 1.
Just got to time it up right.
Landale up top. Back to McCollum. Inside, trying to end the drought, and down it goes, jamming that one home.
Well, with his ability to both score and facilitate, McCollum really fits the combo guard label.
Clarkson looking for an opening. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. One on Kispert. First trip to the line for him here.
He's been doing really nice work at the line. 83%.
You know, there's been some improvement in his free throw shooting this year. His percentage has taken a little jump compared to last season.
2 shots.
Free throw good. Clarkson. And both free throws good for Clarkson. And McCollum puts up a deep 3. Jalen Brunson has been on display for New York. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And we'll be back with you shortly. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Knicks.
How about the ferocity we have seen from them on defense? I mean, they're looking to contest every shot that goes up.
And, guys, we've also seen them do a great job with steals. I know that's a stat that can cut both ways. It's not always meaningful, but those turnovers forced can turn into easy baskets at times.
So Johnson sitting on the bench. Here's the 5 for Quinn Snyder right now. They've got Rizachet. Jock Landale's out there with Jonathan Kuminga. Then there's C.J. McCollum. And it's Kispert in at the shooting guard position. Shot clock at 6. Shamet finds Clarkson. Over Kispert. No good off the front iron. The Hawks trail by 6. And around a minute gone here in the second quarter. Pass to Rizachet. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. And so it's Towns with it. He brings it up for the New York Knicks. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. McCollum right side. Shoots over Alvarado. And McCollum the bucket on the assist by Kuminga. And we've got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. Shams, what's the story?
Well, fans becoming very familiar with the term second apron over the last few seasons. Front offices admit the devil is in the details. While it's not exactly a hard cap, teams are showing little willingness to endure the penalties that come with persisting above that second apron threshold.
That is so true. Shams, thank you very much for the report.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved the layup with that foul, and you'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one misses. He hits the second from the line. The Hawks trail by 5. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Here's Rieseshay. Buries it down low.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
Pass to Clarkson. Robinson down low. He's defended by Landale.
You cannot allow Robinson to get this kind of positioning, or else he's dunking all over everybody.
To the wing right side. Here's Rieseshay. He's covered by Shamet. And that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
Well, Rieseshay has decent size, and he uses it well that time to put points on the board.
Floats it up for Kuminga. Shamet with no good. The Hawks trail by 3. McCollum looking it over. Now Rieseshay. Yep, it counts. Rieseshay's got 6 points in the quarter.
He's found his game.
Brown calls a timeout. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. A different look for New York. OG Anunoby's checked in for Landry Shamet. Mikal Bridges comes in for Jordan Clarkson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Jose Alvarado. Johnson, he's checked in for Atlanta. Now, here's Bridges. Still scoreless. Brunson the pass to Robinson. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Clark, one thing about Mitchell Robinson, he has got great rim protection, rebounding, and a nice sense on the floor of what to do.
Yeah, he's a big guy that really wreaks havoc on the glass. I mean, his size, jumping ability, and timing, along with his nose for the ball, forget about trying to keep him off the glass. He's getting offensive rebounds, and he's an excellent finisher, rolling out of picks for the lob. Boy, you want to talk about a man-child to deal with, a monster inside. Look no further than Mitchell Robinson. He is a dominant two-way center.
And he ends up missing both free throws. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Atlanta Hawks. Near the three-point line, it's McCollum. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Bridges outside. Brunson outside. High post try. The kick out to Anunoby. And again, it's the Knicks missing. The Hawks trail. Here's Kuminga. It's rebounded by New York. Robinson's got 6 rebounds in the game. Towns, the pass to Robinson. New York moving the ball around. Bridges finds Towns. Here's Anunoby. And he can't stop this drought. Another miss. Hawks have gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. Out left to the wing. to Johnson. Bridges with the steal. The finish, and it's slammed in by Bridges.
Outstanding hustle on the open floor. Bridges seemed to want it just a little more than everybody else that trip.
And here's McCollum. He's got 6. Johnson outside. There's a screen. 6 to shoot. Over Robinson. Johnson can't get it to go. Looking at the Knicks, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Hornets.
I'll tell you, they played hard, they drew fouls, but they could not convert at the line.
And that can drive guys absolutely crazy. I mean, they know they're better free throw shooters than that, but just did not get it done from the line.
The Hawks trail by 5. To the middle. Here's Johnson. And then Johnson with the dunk.
And it is so much fun watching these guys just throw it down. Jalen Johnson can do it with the best of them.
Bridges kicks to Towns. Offensive rebound. Out to Brunson. Pass to Towns. Takes a 3. Hits the three-point bomb. Towns has got the lead up to 6 now for the Knicks.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Guys, that's been the key to their lead. I mean, simply put, the effort they've displayed on the glass has been the difference.
It's Brunson at point-blank range.
For one like Brunson, who really is vertically challenged, he's not a guy who's elevating a lot. You've got to have that floater in your game.
Johnson with a screen on Brunson. Here's McCollum. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Brunson with some nice D.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
The Hawks trail by 8. Right side, Kuminga. Pass to Landale. Here's Ricochet. Brunson covering. Ricochet with it. 11 points for him in that last game against the Heat in Miami.
And we have to mention his rebound. It wasn't all about the offense. He battled his tail off down low.
Now here's Brunson. They lead by 8. That's the biggest of the game. Fires for 3. Good D by McCollum.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Kuminga dishes to Johnson. They set the pick. And once again off the mark by Atlanta.
He has not been at his most efficient this quarter.
Here's Bridges. Drops in the layup for 2. Bridges has got 4 points this quarter.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And Quinn Snyder wants a timeout. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. Hart, he's checked in for the Knicks. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Okongwu's checked in for Jock Landale. Tyson Daniels comes in for Kuminga. Kispert's checked in for Zachary Ricochet. And Nickeil Alexander-Walker in for C.J. McCollum. And it's Johnson with the jam.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking.
Well, I tell you what, he loaded up as much power as he could behind that two-hander.
Now, here is Robinson. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. And now here's Johnson, the fast break chance. He's looking for Okongwu and finds him.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And you know you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thanks a lot, guys. Jalen Brunson is the engine that makes this team go, and he has sacrificed so that the Knicks could surround him with talent. He said, winning trumps everything that I do individually. I'll do my part to help this team try to get a championship. It's all about the journey, and I'm happy to be a part of it. Kevin?
Yeah, you're right, putting the team first. Thanks a lot, Allie. Here's Johnson. Jalen Brunson picking up that last basket. Alexander Walker on the wing. Brunson covering. And a slam dunk by Johnson.
Beautiful reverse jam right there.
Use the rim to protect the ball, I think.
Outstanding awareness and a terrific finish.
Now here's Brunson. 14 points for him. Rebound by Alexander Walker. The Hawks trail by 6. Pass to Kispert. Back to Alexander Walker. Kispert setting the pick for Johnson. Here's Kispert. No good with the triple.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
And here's Brunson. Defended by Alexander Walker. Brunson the pass to Bridges. Trying to get open is Robinson. And there's Bridges on the assist by Brunson. Brunson's got 3 assists now in this one. Johnson outside. Pass to Kispert. Here's Alexander Walker. Brunson covering. That one falls. Okongwu's now got 8 points.
He relishes his role in this offense, and he's a natural leader, too.
Brunson finds Bridges.
Boy, the size of Robinson is tough to get out and guard. I mean, he knows that. And
the first free throw is good. The Hawks making a switch here. He doesn't get the second one. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for Atlanta. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of Miami.
Yeah, I mean, on the road, their defense was just overrun. Couldn't match the intensity of the opponent, and it cost them.
And you know what, guys? It just seemed like they never really had the kind of energy necessary. They just weren't comfortable on the defensive end.
And so it's the New York Knicks in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. And let's hear from Allie LaForce, who joins us from the sidelines. Allie?
Coach Quinn Snyder with us now, and Coach, a bit of a lull for this team scoring the ball. Why?
It had nothing to do with anything other than us being aggressive. We're like walking the ball up the court, and whoever's got it, we've got to attack.
At least effort is something you can control. Thank you, Coach.
Hey, Allie, thank you so much for that interview. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back with you for the second half of the game right after this.
Thank you for joining us. Getting right to the story. Things are going.
The key stat here is rebounding. They're way ahead in that category. They've been the far more physical team, Shaq.
Elbow sandwich.
And during that first half of play, and that'll do it for halftime. We send you back to Kevin Harlan, who has the same.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. New York leading by 9. Out front, it's Anunoby at the 4 and Towns at the 5. Bridges out there with Jalen Brunson. And it's Hart in at the 3-6. That's the group for Mike Brown as we get going here in the second half. Let's take a second look at that fantastic block.
And guys, that block could really help change the momentum of this game.
Brunson outside. Misses the three. The Hawks trail by 9. McCollum passes to Alexander Walker. And the basket by McCollum. McCollum's got 8.
Look at McCollum just going to work. So good at using his creativity to find shots inside.
Brunson kicks to Anunoby. Towns for 3. He can't get that one.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Now, here's Okongwu. 6 on the shot clock. Pulls up. Knicks with the rebound. Hart's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Bridges passes to Hart. New York moving the ball around. Now here's Brunson. He's covered closely. That shot is off.
Boy, they need to pick it up here now. I mean, they're 0 of 4 coming out of the break.
And Daniels, here we go. And Okongwu slams it in.
One of his specialties on display there. A nifty lead pass.
So we're talking about Dyson Daniels here, Greg. Just how incredible a defender is this kid?
I mean, last season he came in second in terms of voting for Defensive Player of the Year. Led the league in steals. And this young man's just getting started. Figures to be a problem for a long time.
Okongwu with a screen on Hart. To the inside. And it's Okongwu slamming it down.
And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space.
Well, I tell you what, guys, the young kids like to say, that's doing too much. That falls into that category. That was too much.
Pass to Brunson. They could use a bucket. There's Brunson from deep.
You've got to get out on Brunson from there, or he's going to make it a long game.
Now, Alexander Walker. Back to McCollum. The baseline J. Rebounded by Hart. Hart's got 5 rebounds tonight. Anunoby outside. Back to Hart. Pass to Bridges. There's the triple. And again, New York with the triple.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Johnson outside. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
Johnson, the pass to McCollum. A crossover. He takes it up and lays it in. Now just a 5-point Knicks lead.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And how? I mean, they're taking this defense to task, taking them to school. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
And hustle like that is why he leads his team in rebounds tonight.
And I tell you what, guys, nobody's been more physical in this game than he has. He has been a glass eater.
Goes up from the top of the key. It's rebounded by New York. They've led by as much as 10.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
How about this combo, guys? Part super athlete, part contortionist. Towns continues to impress.
Daniels, a screen on Brunson. Okongwu finds McCollum. Again, McCollum missing. And so it's Towns with it. He brings it up for New York. 7-point differential. Brunson downhill. Bridges, no one around him. A shot's good on the assist by Brunson. That's 12 points for Mikal Bridges. McCollum dishes to Daniels. Anunoby against Johnson. McCollum, and he drops in the layup off the glass. McCollum's got 12.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And I say, hey, if it keeps working, go to it. Stay with it. I mean, until the defense responds and provides more resistance, keep making them pay.
And defense is all over Brunson inside, but still manages to outmaneuver them for the deuce.
Pass to Alexander Walker. And here's Daniels. McCollum outside. It's rebounded by Brunson.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
Launches a 3. Rebound Atlanta. Okongwu's now got 4 rebounds in this game. Johnson, the pass to McCollum. Back to Johnson. To the paint. And then Johnson with the dunk.
And we've been watching Jalen Johnson build this confidence, taking it to the defense there. Big game tonight.
And so Mike Brown calls a timeout. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys.
Every timeout, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
And I agree. I think there's going to be a new wrinkle in their game plan when they come out of this timeout.
Atlanta making a switch here. Kuminga's checked in. Now let's take a look at the teams that have been holding their opponents to the fewest points in the last 10 games. The Knicks, 4th.
The teams they've faced over the last 10 have to be wondering how long this brutal defense is going to last. There's no let-up in these teams. They play with tenacity throughout.
Bridges deciding where to go with it. Towns sets the pick for Hart. And again, it's the Knicks missing.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Bangs home the trifecta. And now it's only a 5-point New York lead.
McCollum has a nice feel for catch-and-shoot jumpers. That's a shot they want to create for him as much as possible.
And Towns gets it to go.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defenders.
Brunson against McCollum. Okongwu with a screen on Brunson. Near the 3-point line, it's McCollum. In Atlanta again with the bucket.
He's been excellent in this period. Even though they're down, he's keeping them close.
Towns sets the pick for Brunson. Off target from outside.
And he has been ice cold from beyond the arc here since halftime, and he continues yet to fire away. He has got to tone it down if he wants to help his team.
A 3-pointer is right on target. Johnson's got 15 points.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
Well, it starts with defense. They got some stops, scored some buckets after that, and now we've got ourselves a ball game.
things really clicking for him at the offensive end.
They're making good decisions, not wasting these opportunities.
Pass to Kuminga. Trying to find Brunson. Gets it to him. And they're on the break. Here's Anunoby. And Anunoby slams it in.
Quick hands of Brunson deserves some credit, too. I mean, he swiped that ball and started the break.
Now McCollum. Johnson with a screen on Brunson. And here's McCollum for three. Another three for Atlanta.
Yeah, that's 2 straight three-pointers they've allowed.
And so Mike Brown calls a timeout. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. Clark, how about the spark Jalen Brunson has brought to these Knicks?
Yeah, I tell you, I didn't see it coming in terms of how good Jalen Brunson has been, Kevin. I mean, I knew he was great in college, and I knew he would be a good pro, but to be kind of a franchise player, that's more than I expected. Playoff runs in all 3 years for Brunson in New York. Boy, he's given the franchise a jolt for sure, and he's a joy to watch.
And a whole new group out on the floor right now for the Knicks. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Jock Landale's checked in for Okongwu. Reza Shea is coming in for Johnson. Corey Kispert's checked in for Dyson Daniels. And it's Gabe Vincent in for McCollum. Pass to Alvarado. Here's Diawara. New York moving it around. Here's Clarkson. And he uses the glass on the layup. And the Knicks lead by 3.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Kuminga finds Landale. Just 5 on the clock. Outside Kuminga. Here's Vincent. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
Here's Clarkson. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. And it's Robinson with the jam.
Robinson doing the dirty work. He's known for that. Sets the screen, finds a soft spot, and gets himself rewarded.
After Reza Shea. Kispert setting the pick for Reza Shea. For 3. Knicks with the rebound. Robinson's got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. And that one's good. Shemet.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
If you can't stop it, here it comes. I'm right at you.
Now Reza Shea. He's got 6. The 3. Kispert on the wing. Back to Landale. Here's Reza Shea. The Hawks again can't hit. Here's Diawara. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
That run punctuated by the big trifecta. They're on fire.
And so it's the New York Knicks with a 10-point lead, some breathing room heading into the break, a terrific tempo and a great pace. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Boy, that's a nice asset to have. It's a huge boost to any offense, too. It adds a whole nother dimension when you've got a big guy that can pass.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks, as always, for joining us. So with Johnson on the bench, here's the 5 for Quinn Snyder right now. Kuminga out there with Jock Landale. Then it's Corey Kispert. And then there's Zachary Rieseshay. And it's McCollum in at the point. Back to Landale. Oh, and he pops it off the glass. Wow. In the corner, it's Clarkson. And a miss there on the triple.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
Pass to Landale. Outside, Kuminga. From outside, off the mark. New York leading by 9. Shamet with it. He's picked up by Rieseshay. Atlanta's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. McCollum outside. Back to Rieseshay. Outside, Kuminga. Pass to McCollum. Fires from deep. Robinson pulls it in. Robinson's. Here's Alvarado. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. One on Kispert. And the first one at the line is good. Bradley's checked in for Jock Landale. Both free throws good from Alvarado. The Hawks trail by 11. Kispert kicks to McCollum. They double-team McCollum. Here's Kuminga. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got assist number 5 here tonight. Alvarado passes to Robinson. Now here's Towns. Pass to Alvarado. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Alvarado's got the lead up to 11 now for the Knicks. Now Rieseshay. He's covered by Shamet. Outside Kuminga. Now here's McCollum. He's defended by Alvarado. Elbow shot. The shot misses.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Now, here's Clarkson, defended by Kispert. The shot by Clarkson, no good. That one's in there. The New York lead is cut to just 9 on the basket from McCollum.
And he may not be the biggest or strongest guy in the league, but McCollum's got ball skills other guys can only dream of.
Kispert dishes to McCollum. Back to Kispert. Pass to McCollum. A 3-ball. And it's Rieseshay missing.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
And Robinson throws it down hard.
You know, Towns is a really solid passer for a big guy. Excellent basketball IQ and sees the floor really well. Nice pass.
And we'll have a timeout called by Quinn Snyder. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now. For the Knicks, OG Anunoby's checked in for Robinson. Bridges comes in for Landry Shamet. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Jose Alvarado. Atlanta also making some changes here. Jock Landale's checked in for Bradley. Jalen Johnson comes in for Zachary Rizachet. And Heald subbed in for Kispert. It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, Quinn Snyder had some words for his team over the break. He told his guys to, quote, turn it up, going on to say, only way we get out of this hole is with effort, incredible effort. So show me what you can do out there. It's a big ask, but we'll see what happens. Back to you.
Okay, Allie, thank you.
He's going through a bit of adversity right now. They really need him to pick it up.
And Anunoby slams it in.
Anunoby using his athleticism to force that one down.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
But on that shot, with that, the Knick lead is cut down to 10 on the bucket from McCollum. Bridges outside. Clarkson a screen on Kuminga. Bridges misses.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
McCollum against Brunson. And the basket by McCollum.
And that's an element McCollum brings to their offense, the ability to drain the outside shot. It stretches the defense and makes them keep bodies on the perimeter.
Here's Brunson. Johnson with the rebound. Johnson's got rebound number 17, if you can believe that. Three-pointer, Heald. That one falls, coming off Johnson's feet. Johnson's got assist number 5 here tonight. Brunson the pass to Towns. Out to Brunson. And so the ball out of bounds. McCollum touched it last.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
Hart, he's checked in for Clarkson. And then for Atlanta, Okongwu's checked in for Jock Landale. And Daniels subbed in for Heald. Shot clock at 2. Brunson, no good.
Coming out of the break, he has been ice cold. I mean, walking without shoes in Antarctica cold. Wow.
McCollum kicks to Johnson. Okongwu with the screen for Johnson. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Yeah, I agree. You know, sometimes that can be a tough call for the refs to make, but not that time. It was easy there.
Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Atlanta. Runs in the pass to Towns. Basket made. That gives him 7 field goals in 13 tries.
That's just a beautiful move by Towns. Really, he's got such a versatile skill set. There with the plus handles, man, he's got a lot to work with.
Here's McCollum. Up and in on the layup. McCollum's got 9 points now in the quarter.
Well, they left it until the fourth quarter, but finally the run they needed to get back into this.
I didn't think it was going to happen for them, quite honestly, but they finally turned it on, turned it up a little bit. Now they've got to come up with some stops.
And another look at that last play with the AT&T Connected Cam. Towns finds Hart.
You know, he's got to take care of the ball much better than he has been. By himself, he's accounted for 4 turnovers. That's way too many.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
You know, those kinds of plays can be difference makers, game changers, momentum shifters, especially in a close contest where 1 or 2 possessions can impact the outcome.
McCollum with the ball. Hart covering. Anunoby against Daniels. Just 4 to shoot. McCollum kicks to Johnson. Shoots over Brunson. Misses off the left iron. And so it's Hart who brings up the ball for New York. And the Knicks miss again. The Hawks trail by 3. Johnson outside. Back to McCollum to tie it up. Rebounded by Hart.
And if they know what's good for them, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball in the three-point lane.
Down low. It's deflected. And here is Bridges. Hart outside. Alexander Walker with the ball. Hart covering. Here's Daniels. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup.
It looked like that was going to be blocked, but then he pulled the Houdini act and flipped it in for the score.
Bridges outside. Hart outside. Here's Towns. Off the mark, and the drought continues.
Decent look from mid-range for sure, but that's not really his shot.
Daniels passes to Alexander Walker. Now McCollum. Johnson with the screen on Bridges. Just 5 to shoot. And it misses. The Knicks with the lead. Outside, Anunoby. Towns. And they pick up the 2. Here's McCollum. Outside Daniel. Now McCollum. Shot clock at 6. Brunson there for the rebound.
He'll miss some of these from time to time, especially when he feels some pressure on the way up.
Anunoby fires. No good from 3. The Hawks trail by 3. 1:43 left in the fourth quarter. On the wing, Daniels. He's guarded by Anunoby. Anunoby sends it back.
A hard-nosed, tough, opportunistic defender. Anunoby wants to block as many shots as he can. He's trying to deny everything.
Now McCollum. Rebounded by Towns. And so Anunoby will bring it up for New York. Brunson against Daniels. Daniels pulls it down. Atlanta's gone over and over to the three-point shot in the fourth quarter. 4 of 9. McCollum, layup, no good. Now Brunson. There's 38 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Towns sets the pick for Bridges. Brunson, it's in.
Staying under control and unflappable, Brunson steps up when his team needs him the most.
And we'll have a timeout called by Quinn Snyder. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus. Here's McCollum. 17 seconds left in the fourth quarter. It misses. And so they choose to intentionally foul. And now we've got the intentional foul. And no good as the first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line, and that increases their lead to 6. Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. There's 10 seconds left in the fourth. And let's get your take, guys. What's the strategy?
There's still a sliver of hope.
Yeah, but they've got to score and then foul immediately.
And that's an intentional foul. So the first one drops, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So it gets them both, and it's an 8-point game. So it's New York picking up the win. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference.
All right, I'm with Karl Anthony Towns. Karl.
Terrific job, Allie. Thank you so much. That was enjoyable. And that'll wrap it up, folks. And so